cocaína.
Well, hello everybody, welcome back. It is one bloody hot summer's day. I'm sweating like a bitch in this freaking leather. It's feeling good now that I'm moving though. Oh, far out. So how's everyone been? I've been pretty good. Been very busy as of late. So since my last entry, a few things have happened. I believe the last video I mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned that, but I did mention the girl that I was hoping that things would sort of progress with into a relationship. Update on that didn't happen. Bit of a lead on. Quite frankly, I don't think she had any real intention of things getting better. Well, I don't understand it, because like I went on holidays, right? Like, well, before I went on holidays, this is the lead up to fucking everything going south. So like everything's great, you know. I ended up going to hospital because I ended up getting some sort of a bloody bullshit stomach bug where I couldn't eat or drink anything. Like it was fucked up. Like I was 96 kilos and I went down to 92 kilos in 4 days. I swear, if I was like, had my own weight loss fucking regime, I would be making millions off of that. Yeah, so I was in hospital and I got sent to emergency over in Dubbo. That was fun. Every hour being woken up to get blood pressure and all that. My blood pressure went to 170 over 110 at 50 beats per minute. I don't know what the hell the bug was, but it was bloody well doing a good job of fucking me up. Boy, did I not feel good. Yeah, then the girl that I was seeing or dating, she came and visited me in hospital, and then like we were going on a cruise together with a few other people. I was like, oh yeah, this will be pretty good. It's a pretty fucking long story about how this all come about. But like, you know, we dated once and then she didn't think that we had a connection, so we stopped talking for 2 months. And then 2 months, or about 2 months I think it was, I don't know. I can't remember. But then she starts messaging me again saying, oh, how you going? Or can we start again? That there sort of makes you think, well, maybe the girl is interested. So, you know, obviously, yeah, why not? I ain't got nothing better to do. So we were dating for a while and things were going good. She seemed pretty happy. The way she was talking to me wasn't the way someone would talk to you if they were just friends. Alright? So the things I was saying, like little subtle things like, oh, thinking of you and all that sort of shit and missing you and wish you were here and blah 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 blah. That sort of stuff, just friends do not say. Anyway. So things were going good, and then I get better, or sort of better, the day before the cruise. So the night, I'm packing my shit. I didn't pack enough clothes, mind you. Like, I packed bare minimum because I wasn't even really thinking. I was still feeling crook. Go on the cruise. Cruise was fucking awesome. Jeez, it was happy days. Get into the room. It's 2 single beds. That was sort of like, that's a bit weird, but anyway. And then, you know, things. It was just all these little things that were happening that was sort of like, what the fuck is going on? Like, honestly. Like going, oh, just friends and all this shit. I'm just like, well, yeah, but, you know, we were sort of looking forward to moving forward kind of thing. Like, slowly, obviously, but, you know, eventually. And it was all these little things were happening. And then we started having conversations about everything whilst we were over there. Like, we were going to Moreton Island, which is at the top, like, somewhere up the coast of Queensland. And it was just like, oh, yeah. And she didn't seem too happy. Like, I said my piece when we were on Moreton Island. I basically said, look, you know, if you want to be friends, that's fine, but I've got to turn the tap off, that sort of, the tap that's feeding my emotions. Because sooner or later, like, knowing my luck, you'll be at the friends level and you'll be like, oh no, I just want to be friends. And then here I am, fucking way up here, hoping that there's something more between us, and then I end up getting hurt. Well, guess what? That's exactly what the fuck happened. I hate being right. Why am I always fucking right? I'm so sick of this shit. I knew something was up. So like, after the bloody cruise, like after we got back by the cruise, like we barely even spoke, and I'm just like, fuck this, I need to say something, hey, I need to get this shit off my chest. So I sent her a message saying, look, I think about you all the time, blah, 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 blah. What's the go? Because like I would really love to know what the fuck's going on. Then she finally comes clean and says, yeah, sorry, I've been leading you on all this shit. Why the fuck do women do that? Honestly, it pisses me off. Like, I can sort of handle that because it wasn't that bad. We weren't like we weren't in a relationship and then that happened. So I can't be overly mad about it. But like, fuck, what is it so hard for women to get their shit together before they get involved with someone or before they start dating someone? Like, it's not that fucking hard to figure out, oh, maybe I like this guy. And then all of a sudden, like, this is what pisses me off even more, right? She says she's not attracted to me. Yet, leading up to the cruise, she was going on about, oh, you're such a hottie, or you're so sexy, and all this sort of shit. And then all of a sudden, and then even on the cruise, it's just like, I'd put a shirt on, and she goes, oh, that's cute. And I'm like, and now, all of a sudden, bam, I'm not attractive to her anymore. Like, what the fuck? Women are so fucking confusing, like, honestly. This is why I stay single. This is why I have such high standards. Because fucking women like that, they bloody well, like, I'm not saying she's a bad person. I'm not, that's not, like, nothing of what I'm saying right now. I'm just fucking pissed off at the situation. And like, she gets drunk and fucking messages me like, oh, why haven't we slept together yet and all this shit. And then the next day she's going, oh no, I'm not attracted to you. Like, what the fuck? That's like the biggest head fuck. Like, that's not the biggest head fuck I've ever had in my life. But that's a pretty decent head fuck. I'm sitting here like confused as all shit, not knowing what the hell's going on. And then I get that, and then that was it for me. I was just like, nah, I'm fucking done with this shit. I lost respect for her. Because she not only led me on, she lied to me the whole entire fucking time. And she knew I hated lying. So basically, she just told me what she wanted me to hear to keep me on a string so she could figure out whether or not she actually found me attractive. Fuck me. Seriously? It's really not that hard. I can usually pick, like, I thought at the beginning, like, you know, we would have a bit of trouble, but then the more I talked to her, I found it a lot easier to sort of talk to her about random shit, and she seemed to find it very easy to talk to me about a lot of different things. Why the fuck it turned out like this, I don't know. I've got no idea. It just, quite frankly, I think there's, well, someone said this to me not long after I said, yeah, it's off, which one of my mates said it. And you know, I kind of agree. He said, like, I do agree actually, because I was thinking the exact same thing. 9 times out of 10 when a girl does that, there's someone else. Or, what was the other thing? There was one other thing, I can't remember. There was someone else, and half the time it's an ex, but I don't think she'd get back with the ex. I just think she was probably just chatting up a few different guys and seeing which one she liked better, and obviously it wasn't me. But hey, her loss, I don't give a shit. There's plenty of other fucking decent, very attractive women out there. If she doesn't want to be a part of my life, that's fine. We'll go our separate ways and she can live her life, I'll live mine happily ever after, blah 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 blah. We're all good. There was one other thing, I can't even fucking remember what it was. God damn it. Well, when I was on a roll, there's another guy, or she's just not interested. I seem to find that women love distractions. they don't have a say they don't have a boyfriend, but they still need that sort of boyfriendish attention. So they have a tendency to lead guys on to sort of get that attention. And she's got the looks to be able to do that quite easily, and she knows it. So, I don't know. After I found out, after she told me that she was leading me on and didn't find me attractive, I've lost all respect for her. And quite frankly, I don't find her, like I do, but, you know, sort of, whereas before I would look at her and go, fuck, she's hot. Now I look at her and go, yeah, she's attractive, but you know what? She screwed me over, and I don't find her that attractive anymore. I look at her with a little bit of disdain now. And she'll probably, you may not watch this and know exactly what I'm talking about, but you know what? Fuck it. That was her choice. She made it, not me. As far as I'm concerned, I did everything right. Like, not everything, but, you know, there were some instances where I was pissed off or whatever, and I sort of wasn't in, you know, my happy form when I was on the ship, because I got my wallet stolen, and I was fucking fuming, eh? Like, no one steals from me. Like, I've beat the shit out of someone for kicking my car once. My wallet has everything in it. So if I beat the shit out of someone for kicking my car, imagine what the fuck I would do with someone that steals my wallet. But, you know, these things happen. I got my wallet back because I had to bribe my steward. Anyway, I got my wallet back, so I was happy, and now I can ride and drive without, you know, getting pulled over and not having a license. And I got my gun license, so now I can buy ammunition on my license number. So I was happy about that. Really don't want people stealing my shit. I don't know. That's enough of that. Like, fuck. It just drives me bloody mental. Like, you think someone's... I always give... Like, even though I've been through a lot of shit with women, I always, with a new girl, give them the benefit of the doubt. Even when I see things that sort of, you know, bring up the red flag going, oh, what's to go here? I give them the benefit of the doubt to prove themselves like they're worth it. You know, she started off very promising, but for that, her to just switch off and then turn around and go, nah, just friends. Nah, I don't want to be just friends. I wasn't in it for just friends. I started dating for the sake of being more than just friends. That was the whole purpose of seeing her. I guess it's karma, because I did the same thing to a girl before her, like similar. I don't know if it's the same. But I got fed up with her because, like, before I started seeing the girl in Dubbo, I was talking, like, I hadn't actually met the girl, but I was talking for ages with this girl over in South Australia. We were making plans to meet each other, but every single time the plans fell through. So I was starting to get real fed up thinking, oh, well, this girl's never going to meet me. So then I started seeing the girl in Dubbo, and then the girl in South Australia found out, and I'm just like, I wasn't leading her on, but I backed off heaps, and I just talked to her as a mate. Yeah. You know, that could be the same thing as the girl in Dubbo, like she just wasn't working for her, so she just decided to start chatting someone else up and treating me like a mate, and then I picked up on it and wanted to know what the fuck's going on, and here we are. That's okay. I do find it funny though, because of the fact that she's like, oh, why haven't we had sex yet? And I'm just like, well, you miss out on that now, because the one or two girls that I sleep with now love the way that I do things, and she'll never experience that. So I'm not ashamed to say that almost, well, unless I'm fucking way too drunk to perform, pretty much every girl I've been with said, yeah, you definitely know what you're doing, and I'm happy with that. I'm hoping to properly maintain that, because I've never been one of these guys that's been in it just for myself. Like, you see a lot of guys that go out to the pub, they pick up and they just fuck to get themselves off. I'm not like that. I'll actually go out of my way. Like, for me, it's pretty much about the girl. If I can't get the girl off, then I don't feel it. Like, I do, but I mean, it's just doesn't work for me that well. So if the girl's not enjoying herself, then I'm not enjoying myself. So it pays for me to do my damn best to make sure the girl's having a good fucking time. And I guess that's where I got my experience from, because I'm very observant and I pick up on you know, the way a girl moves in the sack and all that sort of business, like how her body reacts to the things that I do, and then I go with it. I find something that works, or I find a few things that work, and then I roll with it. But unfortunately for the girl in Dubbo, she will not experience that for herself. Not that she would care, because she could go and find someone else to fuck, but hey, that's all good. It's all good indeed. Because if sex was all I was looking for, sex isn't a problem for me. I've got myself a lady friend that does a very fucking good job. She's definitely one of a kind when it comes to, she goes out of her way to please a man, but you know, it sort of works hand in hand with me, because I like going out of my way to please a woman. I suppose that's pretty fucking awesome though. Like, if you have two people that go, like, they get off on getting the other person off, and that turns into one hell of a fucking awesome sex session. Because like, you're both fucking going at it hard to fucking make sure the other one's having a damn good time, so fuck, you can't go wrong with that. Actually, it's not as hot as a few other days, but it's been like, you haven't been able to sleep, like I haven't been able to sleep at night because it's just been that freaking hot. Been sleeping in my own goddamn sweat. It's disgusting. Absolutely putrid. I feel like I'm laying in my sweat, and it feels like I've just gotten out of the shower and I just decided to lay in my bed. Except it's like more gross feeling. I think I would much rather be wet from water than wet from sweat. There hasn't been a lot of things happening at the moment around here. New job's pretty fucking awesome. I just finally got my, they call it a, I don't know what they call it in other countries, but they have your forklift and your crane license and all that sort of business, your doggers and that. And you need a high-risk work license, so I got that. So I could actually, you know, do my job, because my job entails me to do a lot of high-level lifting with forklifts. Because I'm a storeman out of the mines, and our store is about 2 stories high, so we have forklifts that can reach 2 stories high, and I've got to lift that shit off the shelving in order to send equipment and stuff out to the workshop for them to put them on the machines and whatnot when they're doing services and shit like that. Yeah.